Live from Atlanta, Georgia, the tag teams are ready to shine once again as we bring you Week 11's action on Chao Racing 2016. And you is a fan who loves the peaches of the Georgia State, is your host of Chao Racing 2016, Brandon Shines! Hello, Georgia! Are you ready for some tag team action? You bet I am! And hello to you fans at home. Welcome to Week 11's action here on Chao Racing 2016. This is the last Sunday on the month, which means the superstars will be teaming up as tag teams for this week's races. And I'm pretty sure fans are gonna eat up when someone is around the corner. So let's get started with race number 1, and Paul's gonna tell us all about it. Let me tell you, Brandon, that first up tonight, we have the 2014 Rising Stars champion Steve Moore with his partner Raymond Hill as they take on the computer wizard Peter Foles and his partner Casey Bakersfield. Let's see what happens here. All races as usual will be held on the Emerald course. So the first group of participants are ready, so without further ado, please start the race. And there goes the first group of the participants, pressing down the line. And it looks like number 2 is going to rest, and number 7 is going to rest. So numbers 2 and 7 will be left behind in the competition. Right now, the 4 superstars are approaching the first obstacle of the Emerald course, and that's the palm trees. And it looks like even folks is going to rest. And there goes Raymond Hill. He's battling with number 8 for the lead. He has the best position so far with second place. And it looks like number 8 is going to rest. As our leader, Raymond Hill, who just took the lead for number 8, wins the opening toss for Week 11's action on Chao Racing 2016. Pretty amazing, huh, don't you think? And in fact, he gets back-to-back speedrunners to start the race. And there he goes, busting down the line. He's flying like crazy. And who will get the next command on the speed bus? It's going to be number 1 who gets it. He is leading over the Forester at Chao in the current moment. And guess who took a shortcut after taking a nap early on? It's the computer wizard, Peter Foles. So he will have command on the lead as the next viewer is made by number 2, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, but he's still way behind in the competition. Meanwhile, Peter Foles continues to dominate over the Chao thanks to that shortcut. As Steve Moore, the 2014 Rising Stars champion, will have the next command speed bus, currently catching up to Casey Bakersfield. Peter Foles' team is in the lead over Raymond Hill, and core number 2 is getting left behind in the competition. But I don't think he'll get any speeds now and then. It's back to Steve Moore we go, the 2014 Rising Stars champion, as he now battles with Casey Bakersfield for 3rd place on the pack. And right now, it is Raymond Hill who dominates in an easy 2nd place as he gets another turn. That's his first speed bus in the race. But Peter Foles has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. After being winless for the first 3 months, Peter Foles and Casey Bakersfield are expected to get the first win in the 2016 tag team season. As the next speed bus will be made by number 2. That's his 2nd speed bus in the race, and he doesn't need to go rest. He passes the yellow sleeping Chao as Peter Foles and Casey Bakersfield win an easy one. Peter Foles shortcut prevailed, and they get the first win after 4 months. What a deal. So now they're on the board, and we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this opening race. It will be made by Casey Bakersfield, who is really happy. He wanted that first win of the season, and they got it. So congratulations to Peter Foles and Casey Bakersfield for getting the first win in the 2016 tag team season. Yes, congratulations to them, and we'll be right back with the best of this week's action after we find out about this. Well, that race was fun. What about the next race? I don't know, but I do know it will feature Corey Sarchester and Adrian Ojeda taking on the Bobby Mater, Bobby K, and his partner Christopher Walker. So let's see what happens here. It's good to these 4 superstars on a quest for victory. Each team is 2-1 right now. Who will improve to 3-1? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race! And there There goes the Chao, busting down the line. It looks like Corey Sargester and Bobby K. It seems like they're up in front. These two will be battling for the lead. As the Ford Chao check the palm trees, putting down that coconut food. It's anybody's game here in Chao Racing 2016 as they bid for a shot at the 2017 Tag Team title. And it looks like Steve Langmore and Corey Sanchez are dancing. That means Bobby K will have command of the lead. His team is leading right now. Can the other teammate come back? We'll find out soon enough. As the first superstar against Speedbus is Adrian Rogetta. He's heading for the water, trying to gain some ground. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind the competition right now. As Speedbus number 2, we made by Corey Sanchester, who is catching up to Bobby K, the Bobby Mater. And right now, number 8 seems like he has the lead over the 2 Chao. There's a free battle for the lead right here. Which one of them will get the next Speedbus? It is Bobby K, who leads for a while. And now he gains the ground over Corey Sanchester. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition still. I don't think he'll get any more Speedbus that way now and then. Next Speedbus belongs to Christopher Walker, who's trying to hold on number 2 for 6th place of the pack. Trying desperately to catch in the crowd. And poor number 1 not getting any Speedbus at all. He's not getting any Speedbus as we head back into Christopher. And he gains some ground. He was struggling for a while, but now he gains the ground. And back up in front, Bobby K is tailgated by Corey Sanchester. He wants to get a win to improve to 3-1. Can he make the pass? We'll find out soon enough. As number 2 gets in turn now, as he is expected to reach a couple of places upwards. And right now, number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. I think he's expected to reach the wall first. He's not supposed to get any Speedbus at all. As the next Speedbus belongs to number 8, who dominates all the rest of Chao, and he can't forget about going west. He dominates an easy 3rd place on the pack, and it's going to be a battle for the ages. I think Bobby K is going to hold on Corey Sanchez for the win. As number 7 gets the turn now, leaving number 1 in the dust. Number 1 can just forget about this race. He decided to go home, ladies and gentlemen. No chance at all. And the winner of this race is, back in front, the winner of this race is Bobby K, the Bobby Mater. So the Bobby Mater and Christopher Walker get a win. As number 1 expected to close up the Speedbus, who is way behind the competition. And he expected to retain last place. So a big win by Bobby K and Christopher Walker. They're 3-1 right now. That's it, they're 3-1 right now. Coming out, the Dynamite Destruction and Michael Garcia and Ben McKenna both searching for the first win of their tag team season. But first, let's have a look at this. Okay, Paul, who do we have next? Race number 3 will feature the Dynamite Destruction, the male fusionist Charlie Pickles, and the Jersey Devil John Stevenson, taking on Michael Garcia, who is winless so far in his 11 races, and his partner Barry McKenna. Both teams are on a sluggish 0-3 in the 2016 tag team season, so one of them is going to be on the board for the first time. Let's see who will be on the board for the first time. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! And here comes the Chao, busting down the line. Chao, John, and Barry, each looking for their second win of the 2016 season. Michael Garcia still desperately searching for his first win of the season. Which one of them will get that wish? We'll find out soon enough. And it looks like John Stevenson and Michael Garcia are dancing. So it's Chao Pickles and Barry McKenna who will be battling for the lead. And who will get the winning toss of this race? It's gonna be number 8 who gets the opening toss, trying to lead over Chao Pickles and Barry McKenna. And number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. And number 2 is going away. So he's expected to drop down to last place as number 7 gets Speedbus number 2 of this race, leaving point number 2 in the dust. And guess what, fans? Michael Garcia is in the lead He desperately wants his first win of the 2016 season. Well, it might be if he can hold off John Stevenson in a hurry. We'll find out soon enough. As the next speedbus we made by number 2, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then, but he's still way behind in the competition. Right now it is John Stevenson and Barry McKenna battling for a second over front, and it looks like John Stevenson's going to miss. As number 7 gets a number 10, that's his second speedbus of the race, leaving numbers 2 and 8 in the dust. Numbers 2 and 8 are both getting left behind in the competition. These two really want a speed bus, but back to number 7. He easily holds on numbers 2 and 8 for dear life. And back with front, Michael Garcia and Barry McKenna's on the rest, which means ChaoEmperor and John Stevenson will be catching up. Can the Dynamites of Destruction prevail at the very last minute? We'll find out as these two Chao have approached the home stretch. Back to number 7, that's the spell speed bus of the race, bringing a total of 4 speedbusts so far for this race. Currently leads with a 4-0 Chao, and numbers 2 and 8 are both getting behind the competition. As the next speedbus we made by Barry McKenna, who wants his first win and trying to help Michael Garcia get on the board for the first time. He's protecting Michael Garcia for the lead. John Stevenson trying to make one last effort to stay alive. But I don't think that's going to happen. Yep, he's going to want it in third place at the back. And Michael Garcia has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. He really wants his first win. Well, this will be the day he'll get his wish. Michael Garcia and Barry McKenna are the winners of this exciting race. So Michael Garcia is on the board for the first time, which means everyone now has at least one win for the 2016 season. We're all winners now, as ChaoEmperor goes a little disappointed, gets the last speedbus of the race. Alright, so now everyone has at least one win on the board for the 2016 season, as Michael Garcia gets his first win of the season after 12 races. We'll be right back and more. Do not go away. Now, Paul, this is very interesting. Tell us why. Well, race number 4, we have 2 of our tag team champions. We have the 2015 champions, Tommy and Kenny of the Days Bus, along with the 2014 tag team champions, Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick. Tommy and Kenny defeated the Bell Trios in 2015, and Jason Hill and Nick Gimmick whiplashed the Go-Getters in 2014. So let's see what happens here. Please start the race. And here comes the 2 teams pressing down the line. Which one of them will get on top? We'll find out soon enough. Each of them looking for the second straight title if we want to get back in this one. And a couple of Chao going to miss. Right on the 4, Chao are pushing the limits as they shake the palm trees on the yellow course. Now bringing down that coconut shaped fruit. And who will have command? It's going to be Jason Hill versus Kenny Days for the lead, with Tommy Days right on his tail in 3rd place. Kenny and Jason are battling for the lead, and it looks like both of them and Tommy Days are heading for the water. As the first superstar gets beat is number 1, and he just kept on going. He doesn't need a rest. He's trying to get back in this one. And number 8 Torrance won't win, so he's going to be left behind in the competition. As speedbus number 2 will be made by, in just a moment, speedbus number 2 will be made by Nick Gimmick, who's catching up to Tommy Days, and Kenny Days is going to rest. That means Tommy Days will have command of the lead, but his team will still have the lead because Tommy Days is his partner. We're pushing the 1 minute mark as the next speedbus will be made by number 1. That's his second speedbus of the race. He's leaving number 7 and 8 in the dust. Number 7 is way behind, but number 8 is the real deal who is way behind the competition. But who really got the next command of the speed bus? We're about to find out right now. It's Nick Gimmick. That's his second speed bus of the race. Number 1 and Nick Gimmick are alternating speed bus right now, and that speed bus puts Nick Gimmick in the lead. Can he hold off Kenny Days in a hurry, or will Kenny Days get the lead back? We'll find out soon enough, as the next speed bus will be made by number 1. That's his first speed bus of the race, keeping up with the pattern so far. Right now, number 7 and 8 are still battling in the back. But I don't think either one will get a speed boost every now and then. As our leader, Kenny Days, can't forget about being tailgated here. And he got all that one with the next command speed boost. Jason here are trying to make one last effort to stay alive. But what will happen? We'll find out soon enough. As these two head for homestretch. And the next speed boost we may buy in just a matter of moments. Next speed boost we may buy Nick Gimmick. That's his third speed boost of the race. But I think he's going to wind up in 4th place. Kenny Nate should have this race all out, ladies and gentlemen, if he can hold off Jason Hill at the goal line. I think he's going to do it right over there. As number 8 takes the next speed boost, you can tie up another win for today's mowers. Tommy and Kenny are now 2-2 at the 500 mark after something for a while. So they're right back in the hunt for the 2017 Tag Team title. They're searching for a second straight title, and if they keep this up, they might have a chance. We'll find out soon enough, Paul. And we'll be right back with the Go-Getters, going for 4 in a row. That's coming up right after the break. And welcome back. We are next, Paul. Race number 5 will feature the Go-Getters, Antonio Bennett and Christian Hunter, versus the Gundam Star Master Garrett Dayton and the Horn-Shaped Master F1 Kingsley. The Go-Getters have won 3 straight races in the 2016 season. Let's see if they can make it 4-0 in the hunt for the first tag team title. Everyone's on the clock, and please start the race! Here we go. The 2 teams are off and running, and F1 Kingsley is going to rest. That means the Go-Getters will have a 2-on-1 advantage as Garrett Dayton departs from one. So now the Go-Getters will have the opening edge. We'll find out if it will pay off or not in the early run. The Go-Getters have the upper hand on the 2 teams. And it looks like Antonio Bennett's again dancing. And there goes Chris Schneider. He has the lead over the 4 chat right now. As Garrett Dayton, the Gundam Star Master, takes the opening toss. That should move up a couple of places that time. Right now, number 7 is getting left behind the competition. And it looks like number 2 is going to mess. So he will be left behind on the competition for a while. As Garrett Dayton, the Gundam Star Master everyone knows and loves, opens this race up with back-to-back speed boosts. And Krishna is going to mess. So Garrett Dayton will make the pause. And Antonio Bennett is leading the Go-Getters by a landslide, trying to make it 4-0 in the 2016 Tag Team season, as his partner, Chris Schneider, takes the next command of the speed bus, trying to catch him in a hurry, and number 2 is getting left behind the competition. We passed the 1-minute mark of this exciting race, and now Chris Schneider will get back-to-back speed bus. All speed bus are consecutive up to this point, as the 2 teams head for the checker wall. It's Antonio Bennett who leads the Go-Getters over Garrett Dayton and F1 Kingsley. Who will get the next command on the speed bus? It's gonna be number 1 who gets the next command speed bus, and he moves up to 3rd place over Garrett Dayton. Right now, number 2, F1 Kingsley and Chris Schneider all really need some help, but I don't think that's gonna happen at all. As the next speed bus we may buy, number 7, who's trying desperately to stay alive in the game, and now he's catching up to the other two, Chao and Garrett Dayton. Chris Schneider, F1 Kingsley, and number 2 are in the freeway battle for dear life. As Antonio Bennett can't forget about being tailgate here, as he extends his landslide with the next command speed bus. Garrett Dayton will be a miracle to make the pass, but I think the Go-Getters are going to improve to 4-0 in the 2016 Tag Team season. Yep, they're going to remain undefeated for the 2016 Tag Team season. As the next speed bus we may buy, number 2, who's trying to catch him in a hurry, and F1 Kingsley is getting alone in last place. As the Go-Getters, with Antonio Bennett coming in first, improved to 4-0 in the 2016 Tag Team Champion. As number 8 takes the next command speed bus. So the Go-Getters are still undefeated in the 2016 Tag Team season. They suffered heartbreaking losses, but now they want the first title. As number 8 is expect the closest one out with back-to-back speed bus, and that's gonna do it. Alright, so the go-getters are now 4-0. But how will the rest of the season fare? We'll find out soon enough. And we are back with the License of Destiny after the break. Do not go away. Alright, we'll be halfway there after race number 6, and Paul Stars will tell us all about it. That's right, race number 6 will feature the License of Destiny, the License to Drive Alan Heaton, and OJ Upton, or OG Upton for short, taking on John Miller and Fred Harrison, better known as the Dazzling Aces. Let's see who will be the lucky winners this week. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright, this race will be held, and then we'll be heading to our halftime break. Alvin Heaton and OJ Upton are 3-0, just like the Go-Getters did at the beginning of the night. Of course, the Go-Getters won. Maybe they will improve to 4-0 too. We'll find out soon enough. And there goes OJ Upton. He's leading over the pack right now. OJ Upton leading the pack over the Ford Chow. And it looks like Fred Harrison is heading for the water as number 1 takes the opening toss. He's also heading for the water. And John Miller and Alvin Heaton, the License to Drive, have both taken a shortcut. So they will be battling for the lead. Alvin Heaton is in first place, followed by John Miller in second place. At speed bus number 2, we made by number 7, who leads point number 8 in the dust, who is way behind the competition right now. Alvin Heaton and John Miller both have took a shortcut, but it's Alvin Heaton who's leading for the License of Destiny over the Dazzling Aces. Which team will come on top? We'll find out soon enough. Next speed bus belongs to number 1, who easily leads OJ Upton and the Yellow Silver Chow in the dust. OJ Upton currently in 5th place. Numbers 2 and 7 are battling for 6th place. And number 8 is getting left behind in competition. And number 2 taunts for a moment. Now battling with number 8 for daylight. As number 8 gets the next speed bus, thus leaving number 2 in the dust. And back up in front, Alvin Heaton has reached the top of the wall, trying to defend the lead over John Miller of the Dazzling Aces. If he can prevent the lead, he will win the License of Destiny to 4-0 in the 2016 Tag Team season. As the next bus we made by his partner, OJ Upton, or OJ Upton for short, as he now battles with number 1 for 4th place. I think his team is going to be happy with the result here. John Miller doesn't have enough distance to catch up with Alvin Heaton. As number 8 gets another turn, and he got all without that one, now battling with number 7. And number 2 is getting left behind in the competition, and number 7 is one of us. As the License of Destiny, Alvin Heaton and OJ Upton beat out the Dazzling Aces with style. So now they are 4-0 in their 2016 season, as OJ Upton, having with his own against the next command speed bus, he'll wind up with a W on his column this month, and we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this race, and it will be made by number 1, who easily dominates over the pack, saying a arrivederci to his poor silver chair. So the License to Drive remain undefeated this month, and we have a halftime break after we find out about this. Alright then, time for the second half of this month's tag team action, and boy do we have an exciting one in this next race. Tell us all about it, Paul. Well, race number 7 will feature our defending champions, Walter Rowe Quickson and the Steel Cutter Aaron Miller, against last year's runner-up, the Luck of the Irish, consisting of Iron's Fabulous Warrior Steve Wickman and Ramon Shante. So we're having another rematch from the previous year's Tag Team Championship. In February, Rover and Aaron prevailed easily over the Luck of the Irish with pride and wisdom. Let's see what happens this time around. Good luck to these two teams on the quest for victory. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! So here we are in the second half of this month's tag team action, and it should be as exciting as the first half. We're starting off with a rematch of the Tag Team Championship to start off the second half. as the 4 Chao check the palm trees and eat food. And there they go, busting down the line. Walter Roy Gregson, our defending champion, leads from the pack. The others are battling for second place, as the first superstar against people as the star of the second half is number 1. And he will pass number 7 because he is going to rest. So now he leads over the 4 Super Chao. And guess who's way behind in the competition? It's number 8, not 2. He's expected to take the water. As Speed Bus number 2, we may buy our defending champion, Walter Gregson. Should have the lead over the 8 Chao right now, with his partner, Aaron Miller, in an easy second place. They're leading easily over the Motherwell block of the Irish. Getting a look at the Irish prevail, we'll find out soon enough. Next was Brooks 2, number 2, who desperately needs catching up to do. He was down for a while, now he has to catch up in a hurry. Right on number 1 easily leads over the 4 Super Chao, and he's doing a pretty good job. We passed the 1 minute mark, and who will get the next command out of the Speed Bus? It's gonna be Iron's Fabulous Warrior who gets it. Steve Wigback. And now he's catching up to Aaron Miller and his partner Van Chante. Meanwhile, Walter Gregson continues to dominate over the Yellow Chao, as the Yellow Chao continues to battle for second place. And the next appearance we may buy, number 7, who easily leads number 2 in the dust. Corner number 2 was in the battle, but now he is way behind in the competition. He's going to need a couple of speedboats to get back in this one, and this is the first of them. Will we get some more, or will it be done for? Oh, he passed number 8, Transformer. So now number 8 will be in dead meat here, and back with fun. Walter Gregson trying to defend the lead as number 1, who easily dominates over the 4 Super Chao, takes the next command of the Speed Bus. Walter Gregson trying to wrap this race off over the luck of the Irish. I don't think Steve Wolvon can catch up to him in time. Well, let's go get that first. As number 7 gets the next command Speed Bus, Walter Gregson, Aaron Miller gets another easy victory. So they get another win. And right now we have just enough time for one more Speed Bus, and we may buy the steel curtain Aaron Miller. He was losing for a while, but now he's back on the right track because his team has beaten the luck of the Irish once again. That's right, and we are back with the Miller Traders all ready to go, and that will happen right after the break. Okay, Paul, do you know who's up next? I sure do. Race number 8 will feature the Miller Traders, Howard and Dave Miller, taking on Stephen Robinson and last year's runner-up, Gary Coles. The Miller Traders are having a solid season so far. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the birds. Here we go. And here comes the Chao, busting wild down the aisles. It looks like Gary Coles has gained some ground to start things off. As the 4 Chao approach the palm trees, here comes the coconut-shaped fruit. Who's gonna win this bout? We'll find out soon enough. And there goes the Chao. It's a three-way battle for first place between Gary Coles, Stephen Robinson, and Dave Miller of the Miller Traders. And what will these Chao be doing? It looks like Dave Miller and Stephen Robinson are heading for the water. As the first superstar against Speed Bus is Howard Miller of the Miller Traders, and he decided to take the bridges. And a couple of Chao on board the rest, trying to get some attention. Right now, number 2 trying to get back in this one as he takes the water. It's Dave Miller who should have the lead over the 4 Chao. The 2 teams from the Miller Traders in the lead. As number 2 takes Speed Bus number 2 of this race, and he dominates over third place. Right now, it is Dave Miller who's trying to defend the lead from the Miller Traders over Stephen Robinson. Will Stephen Robinson make the miracle pass, or will Dave Miller hold on for the victory? We'll find out soon enough. We passed the 1 minute mark, as the next person we may buy, number 7, who's trying to hold on numbers 1 and 8, and Howard Miller in dead meat. Right now, Howard Miller is in a freeway battle with number 1 and number 8. Howard Miller is getting left behind in the competition. Well, he's not going to get any speeders at all. But his team is going to win it because Dave Miller is gone. And it looks like Gary Coles will get a turn now. Coincidence in third place to pack. Dave Miller trying to defend the lead from Steve Robinson, and he will because he climbs up. He has the best power stat on part 1 in the Chao Racing history. And now Dave Miller increases his lead by a landslide. As his partner, Howard Miller takes another turn. That's his second speed boost of the race. Well, he's way behind, but his team is going to win it if they can hold off the others in a hurry. Dave Miller trying to wrap things up for the Miller Traders as Gary Coles takes another turn. That's his second speed boost of the race, but I think he won't have enough distance to catch up with Dave Miller. The Miller Traders are going to improve to 3-1 in their 4 months so far. Still trying to search for their first title. I think they might have a good chance at the end of the season. As Howard Miller takes the next command speed bus, Dave Miller's going to assist Howard right over here. The Miller Traders does it again. They now improved to 3-1 in their 4 races so far, and number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. As number 1 is expected to take the next speed bus, leaving the other Silver Chow and Howard Miller in the dust. Poor number 8 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. He's going to be left behind of the competition for sure. As Howard Miller, who is smiling with a win today, expected to close on the speed bus for the race. His team gets the win. The Miller Traders beat on Steven Robinson and Gary Coles. They're 3-1 right now. That's right. And we'll be right back with the best of this week's action after we find out about this sponsor. Alright, Paul, who do we have next? Race number 9 will feature the son of the license to drive, Alan Heon Jr., and the top contender in running for part 1, Chris Van Arcos. They will be taking on Frank Fernandalo and Chris Nelson, who are very talented indeed. So let's see what happens here. Good luck to these two teams on the quest for victory, and let's rock this place. Alright, there goes Chris Van Arcos. He wants to fulfill his Cinderella season to start off the first half of this debut season. He's flying down crazy, and now he has eaten food and it looks like he's dancing for a while. He's going to be off and running again in right about now. There we go, busting down the line. He's leaving the other competitors in the dust. Will Frank Fernandalo and Chris Nelson ever get the miracle victory? We'll find out soon enough. As the first superstar against Beepers is number 2, who's battling with Overland, along with Chris Nelson and a couple other Chow, and number 1 is going to rest. But he's expected to drop down to last place over number 8. Number 8 easily winning the battle for dead meat here. As Beepers number 2, we may buy number 7, and he's expected to move up a place because he's good. Anyway, Chris Van Arcos leading Alan Heon Jr. to an easy lead over Frank and Chris Nelson as the next two us we may buy number 8, who easily leads number 1 in the dust. Number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. He needs to get some speed boost, but I don't think that's going to happen. And who will get the next command on the speed boost? It's back to number 7 as his second speed boost of the race, currently leading over the 4th Silver Chow in 4th place. And it looks like Frank Fernandalo twice forward. Meanwhile, Chris Van Arcos continues to dominate the lead for his team. Alan Heon Jr. is right on his tail in 2nd place. As Chris Nelson takes a turn now, currently sits in 6th place on the back. Right now, number 8, back in the back, still trying to defend dear life over number 1, who is way behind in the competition. Number 1 can't just forget about this race, as the next person we may buy, Frank Fernandalo, who's doing a pretty good job controlling the lead in 2nd place. But Chris Van Arcos is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to get an easy victory, as the next person we may buy, number 8, who woke up immediately after his nap, leaving number 1 in the dust. And you can tell you have another win for this team. Albert Union Jr. and Chris Bonacos are your winners. They beat out Franco Tom and Chris Nelson by a good distance. What a deal. As number 7 will get the next command speedbus. That's his first speedbus of the race. Now leaving number 8 in the dust. And right now number 1 can just forget about this race. He is left behind the competition. As Chris Nelson, a little sad, takes the last speedbus of the race. Alright, so the combination of Chris Bonacos' speed and Albert Union Jr.'s wisdom leads to another exciting victory. That's right. Coming up, we have the Coastal Guys ready to strike some more, but first have a look at this. Paul, we still need to get through a couple more races before we get to our serving main event. So tell us what we have next. Race number 10, we have the famous Coastal Guys, Amir Jackson and Thomas Linklater, taking on Cody Gisborough and Zach Orson. Alright, the players on lineup are ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's have a Chao race! Alright, here comes the Chao, busting down the line. These two teams really want another win on their scorecard in the hunt for the 2017 title shot. We'll find out soon. And it looks like Thomas Linklater is going to rest. So he expected to be left behind in the competition. Amir Jackson and Zach Orson are dancing. And there goes Cody Gisborough, busting down the line. He should have an easy command on the lead over the two teams by now. His team is leading at the current moment. And who will get the winning toss of this race? It is Thomas Linklater, that too, who really needs the catching up to do. And he's going to have a good chance because he's heading for the water. Over Amir Jackson, who's already swimming like crazy. As speedbus number 2 we made by number 7, who really needs the country gun every now and then, but he's still left behind in the competition. And it looks like number 8 and Amir Jackson's for the rest. That means Zach Orson will have command of the lead as we head back into number 7. He gets a little more speedbus, but that's not quite enough to stay in the game. I think he's going to retain last place. Zach Orson is in the lead as we pass the 1 minute mark. Can he ever make a pass? It looks like Zach Orson's going to pass. As Amir Jackson will get a turn now. Now battling with Thomas Linklater. These two Chao will be leading thanks to that nap by Zach Orson. Right now numbers 1 and 2 are both getting left behind. As the next speedbus we made by Thomas Linklater. That's his second speedbus of the race. Now guarding Amir Jackson for the lead over Cody Gisborough and Zach Orson. Cody Gisborough and Zach Orson both really needs some time to get back in this one. Which one of them will get that chance? It's going to be Cody Gisborough. So he's going to be back in this one. And now he is catching up to Amir Jackson and Thomas Linklater of the Coastal Guys. Meanwhile, numbers 2 and 7 are getting left behind in the competition. I think they're going to remain left behind for a very long time. They're going to be left behind on the pack. Back to Cody Gisborough. And look at that. He makes the lead. He now leads with Zach Orson in easy second place. And I think Cody Gisborough is going to hold on this time. So Cody Gisborough and Zach Orson should get an easy victory as Thomas Linklater of the Coastal Guys will have the next command speedbus, but I think it's going to wind him in second place. Cody Gisborough should have this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. His team is going to get an easy victory as he approaches to go. Cody Gisborough and Zach Orson win this one as number 8 is expected to close out the speedbus for the race. Who will pass Amir Jackson. So, Cody Gisborough and Zach Orson gets another win. ChaoEmperor another win for Cody and Zach's scoreboard. That's right. We're almost done with week 11. Coming up, we have the Young High Gangsters ready to do some more damage. But first, let's have a word from this sponsor. Alright folks, Coming up in the next segment, Eric Crosby and Alan Holmes will be taking on the Scholarship Buddies, Larry Monroe and Glenn Murray, in what should be a spectacular main event. That's right, Brandon. But first, for race number 11, we have the young hearted gangsters, Charles Sung Watson and Joey Atkinson, taking on Dallas the Master Garano and Jeff Narris. Here's the lineup for this race, and we're sending it down to the field. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race. And Jeff Narris claims that means the young hunted gangsters will have a 2-1 advantage. They have the opening edge, but will it pay off in the early run? We'll find out soon enough. Right now, Charles, Joey, and Dallas are heading towards the trees. They're gonna shake the food, and now they're gonna eat the food, and it looks like Dallas the Master Garano is dancing. And there goes the young hunted gangsters. They have total control. They have the upper hand at the current moment. And what will these Chow be doing? It looks like Charles Sung Watson is heading for the water. As number 2, who desperately needs some help every now and then in the early run, takes the opening toss for this race. As number 1 is heading for the water. Number 1's trying to gain some ground in the early run. As speed race number 2 will be made by Jeff Narris and Joey Atkinson. He's meant to drop down to last place. Right now it is Charles Sung Watson who has a demanding lead over the Ford Chow right now. As Joey Atkinson, his partner, gets a turn now. Kelly sits in 5th place in the pack. He was in last place for a while, but now he's catching up. Right now Jeff Narris trying to catch up to Charles Sung Watson. Will we make the miracle pass? We'll find out soon enough. We passed the 1 minute mark as the next BS we may buy, number 8, who's trying to defend D-Life over numbers 2 and 7. And it looks like number 8 is passing forward. So he's expected to drop down to last place over the pack. And who will get the next command on the speed bus? It's Joey Atkinson. That's his second speed bus of the race. And now he's passed number 1 for 4th place. And back up at front, Jeff Narris is catching up to Charles Sung Watson in a hurry. Dallas the Master Garano is right on his tail. The free child climbing up the wall, and number 1 gets a turn out. He easily dominates over the Ford Chow right now. Dominating over Ford Silver Chow. Right now, numbers 2 and 8 are desperately battling for dear life. I don't think either one will get a speed bus every now and then. Next bus belongs to Joey Atkinson. That's his first speed bus of the race, trying to stay alive in the pack. And it's going to be a showdown down for the ages. Jeff Narris is in the lead of the Ford Chow, followed by Dallas the Master Garano in easy 2nd place. The young hearted gangsters trying to make one last effort to stay alive. As Charles Sung Watson takes the next speed bus, and he takes the lead from Jeff Narris. Can he hold on the home stretch? You bet he will. The young hearted gangsters win an exciting showdown. Wow, that was an exciting showdown down to the wire. And that speed bus puts the young hearted gangsters on top. Congratulations to them. Which means it's almost time for the main event. That's right. Who will win this month's main event? Find out after the break. So now it's time for Week 11's main event. And Paul's going to tell us all about it. Take it away, Paul. Thanks. Our main event for Week 11 will feature our returning champions Eric Crosby and Alan Holmes taking on Larry Monroe and Glenn Murray of the Scholarship Buddies. And this week's main event is presented by Snickers Candy Bars. With the chocolate coating on the outside and the peanut flavor on the inside. It's the official snack bar of Chao Racing 2016. The players are lined up and ready to go. So without further ado, let's rock this place! And we're on the way with Week 11's main event presented by Snickers. So Eric Crosby and Alan Holmes won last month's main event after starting the season 0-2. Now they're trying to make a comeback. They're trying to turn their season around after the satisfying win last month. Will they do it again? We'll find out soon enough. Right now it looks like Glenn Murray is leading for the scholarship buddies. And what will he be doing? It looks like he's going to be heading for the water, trying to gain some ground. As number 8 wins this week's main event opening toss. Now try to catch up with the pack. Right now number 2 is getting left behind in the competition. He's getting last place and he decided to take the water. As Beaver's number 2 will be made by Aaron Holmes. Try to get the second straight superstar of the week honors. Right now it looks like Glenn Murray's in second place. And number 2 has took a shortcut. He jumped all the way to first place thanks to that shortcut. So this race might go to the next best standing and becomes in first place. As Larry Monroe takes a turn now, trying to catch up in the pack. Number 2 went from worst to first with authority. Now he's trying to defend the lead over Glenn Murray. As the next group is made by Eric Crosby. He was satisfied with his win last month. Can they do it again? Or will the scholarship buddies become the new tag team of the month? We'll find out soon enough. As the next group is made by Larry Monroe of the scholarship buddies. Still trying to catch up. Right now number 2 still trying to defend the lead over Glenn Murray of the scholarship buddies and Aaron Holmes. If he wins, it will go to the next best standing, because that's what we always play for each and every race. We're at 130 right now, as the next race will be made by number 8, who leaves Eric Crosby in the dust. And it looks like Glenn Murray's going to best. That'll give Aaron Holmes command of the best position. Now his team is in the lead, as Eric Crosby gets another turn as his second speed bonus in the race. And I think his team is going to be happy with the result. Aaron Holmes should hold on to the lead. He passed number 2 for the lead, and now he is approaching the home stretch. Looks like Eric and Aaron are going to do it again this month. They were 0-2, but now they're going to the 500 mark. As Louis Monroe takes the next speed bonus, you can talk up another win for Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes. They are the tag team of the month for the second straight month. So now they're at 2-2. They're at the 500 mark in the 2016 tag team season. As number 1, who is way behind the competition, expected to close out the speed bus for an exciting week 11 here in Atlanta, Georgia. And that's gonna do it right over there. So Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes is at the 500 mark after slumping for the first 2 months. Yep, they won 2 straight months and now they're back on track. We'll be right back to wrap it all up after the break. Do not go away. So, as we prepare to close this week's exciting show, we would like to remind you about next month's qualifying session for our 2016 Tournament Champions. We have 4 countries qualifying for June session. It will consist of the United Kingdom, Brunei, Mexico, and Portugal. So the winners of each of those countries will get to represent their respective countries in the 2016 Tournament Champions. So we hope to see you there in addition to our regular races. Well, that's it for week 11 here in Atlanta, Georgia. I would like to congratulate Eric Crosby and Aaron Holmes for another job well done. And thanks to everyone in the audience for participating in this exciting event. And I can go for a peach by now. Well, we'll see you again soon, Atlanta, and this is Brad Shine signing off. Until next time, keep on smiling and so long, everybody! This is Paul Sycamore signing off. Join us next week for the June qualifying session here on Chao Racing 2016 and more exciting action here in the USA. See you then!